Holler. Wow, that's so bright. Hey, babes. Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Try to grace you with the presence that is 35 years old on my forehead. I don't know what the hell that is. What the fuck is that? What is this?
You look fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Stop. You're glorious. Nikki, how are you doing, babe? Where?
Sorry, trying to figure out the mute on my phone. I'm doing good.
You're good? How's the new place?
The new place is great. We just had Gunner's first birthday party on Saturday.
I saw that. Happy belated birthday to your little man.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was kind of housewarming / birthday party. And yeah, tired but good.
It's like every year it's harder to like recover from a birthday party.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially combined housewarming and birthday.
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh my God. Jamie, I know you're there. Nice to see you. Same. Glad you're here.
I'm here.
Yay. Yeah. Jamie's also been going through new home stuff.
Yep.
Such is life. It's beautiful that we have a house to do. But it's a lot. Okay, let me. All right, let's get this started. Even if we have some people hopping on late, I just don't want to waste anybody's time or have us go longer because time is precious. So, did you guys, I'm sure some of you caught the national wake up call yesterday with Jamie Glassman. And I just gotta say, I love her so much. We were, when we hung out at New Leader Conference in February out in LA together, we just seemed to always be in the same place, in the same room at the same time, and we connected. And we hung out every single night while we were there. And it was so much fun seeing her on this call, because I was like, we were like besties at New Leader Conference. And she has a soccer background too, and I think that's why she and I connected a lot. And everything that she talked about yesterday was a lot on mindset, but tonight we're going to talk, hey Cass, we're going to talk a little bit more about technical stuff tonight. And she talked a lot about the mindset. So we definitely wanted to get this out there because it's always good, I think, for not just new people coming on, but even like people like Heather, Mallory, and myself to kind of just, sometimes we can get into our own head and get in our own way and make this business more complicated than it needs to be. And doing calls like this and just bringing it back to the basics is, we always need to be living in phase one, no matter what stage of this business we're in. So that's what we wanted to talk about. We want to basically talk about the 4 main things that we as coaches need to do every single day, as new coaches, as maybe a year in, veterans, 3-4 year coaches, 7-year coaches. And obviously things will change over time. But as we get into this, I was thinking today about how I really still run this business as a side hustle. Like I first started doing, it's just the things that I'm doing now that are taking up majority of my day are other things like creating graphics and doing all the things that I didn't really have time to do when I first started out. So when I was first starting out, these 4 things were what I did. And that's why we can all be here, why Mallory's here, why she's able to do this from home even more. So Mallory, do I have number 1? Right? I got number 1. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about the 4. So as coaches, we have the 4 vital behaviors. So it's the 4 things to do every single day as a coach, and we're not going to make it more complicated than it needs to be. But the first one is just being proof that the products work. It's really freaking simple. I'm going to try not to cuss because this is going to be recorded. But drinking our Shaco every single day and being a product of that and using it with a program, or using the performance line. And if you guys look at your tracker at the very top, it says work out and drink your Shaco / performance line. And because when we're doing that, that means we're following a program, we're sticking to a program, we're sharing a journey. And I'm sure maybe some of you have found out that if we're not following a program or sticking to a journey, there's less content for us to share on social media, less of a journey to share on social media. And which brings us into number 2.
So number 2, the second behavior as coaches to do every single day, consistent AF. I can't believe we're not, who cares what we're recording? I can't cuss right now. Okay, so is connecting, inviting, and following up with people. So guys, this was something that for so long in my business was scary. I was terrified to talk to someone I didn't know. I was terrified of being salesy. I was terrified of being that girl on the gram. I was terrified of being annoying. All the things. I was terrified of them all. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is these programs are the shit. These programs change people's lives. These programs save lives. You have the tools and the ability and the tribe and the community and all of this awesome stuff to change someone's life. So why would you be selfish and not talk to people about that out of your own fear? That's effed up. If you're going to let your own fear keep you from helping someone, that's not cool. So ditch your fear, and first and foremost, initiate connections with someone every day. Because if you're going to be inviting, you have to have people to invite, right? I gave this excuse. I've been there, so I can come at you and say it's crap. Don't run out of people to invite. Always be adding to your network every day. Whatever your primary social platform is, I believe most of us use Instagram, make sure that you're finding new BFFs on there daily, because eventually you're going to invite them. How do you find new BFFs? You go to big accounts that you like, big accounts that inspire you, that share similar things that you do. And everyone who follows and comments on that person's post, you go and you connect with them because you already have a similar interest. You could go to hashtags that relate to you and find people there. Like, dude, there's millions of people on Instagram. You can find your 3 people a month to help on the gram, no problem. Second part of that is doing a post on social media. Lynn's going to dive into that a little bit more later, but make sure that every single day you're posting on your social media. Don't be the person who someone has been following for 6 months now, seeing your journey, watching you, and they say, man, when Nikki posts tomorrow, I'm going to message her. Whatever she says tomorrow, it's going to be the day. I'm going to message her and join her tomorrow. And then you don't post, and they go to your gram and you don't show up. You don't get that message because now they see, oh, wait, she's not there. She's not going to be there for me. She's not consistent. Again, I'm not actually calling you out. You were in my screen. I saw your name when I looked up. So be there for people. Give them something to look forward to every single day. I know I have accounts, not coaches, but just accounts that I physically put in their name every day and look at to be inspired by. So show up for those people who are counting on you to inspire them. That's in your main feed of your gram. Also be in your story every day. If you don't know what to post on your stories, homie, there's a list of things to put in there every day that's just us living out our life. Don't think you're boring. I think I'm boring as hell, but I have people messaging me all day long saying my kids are funny, that they appreciate my realness, what's your devotional, what was that workout move, whatever. Like, just share your life on there. Go by this checklist. It's so simple. And share those 10 things. Well, there's not 10. 7 things. 7 things. I can't count. Share at least those 7 things in your story every day. This where it makes it simple to share coaching, to share this without your whole feed being nothing but Beachbody. Your story can drive that home, because that's where your real dedicated fans are. Respond to all new likes, comments, or views. Any comment you get, whether you know it's some spam account saying, hey, DM us, comment back, because that's engagement on your post. Comment back, thanks. Comment back, appreciate you. Who cares what you comment back? Just make sure you say something, because that's boosting engagement on your post, and it's going to get it in more people's feed, because Instagram thinks it's active. It's popping. People are going to want to see it. And also, social media is meant to be social. So if a real actual person reaches out to you and comments on your post, like a question, even if it's where are those pants from, respond. Don't leave them hanging. They might be asking you about your pants now, but they're going to be asking how you can make theirs fit better in a couple months. Invite people. Invite people. This sheet says at least 5 a day. I would tell you to pick a number, minimum of 5, that you're comfortable with, that you can be consistent with on a daily basis. If that's just 5, sister, hang with that 5 until you're consistent with it, and then up it. If you're doing 5 and that's your comfort zone, baby, bump it up to 10. Level up. It's time. Okay. The more people you talk to, the more people you're going to be able to help. You're going to hear no. Don't let that scare you. Lynn hears no all day long. The top elite coaches in the network hear no all day long. Coaches in the Million Club hear no. Okay. The no's aren't going to go away. They're part of this business. But the more people you talk to, the more you're going to get a yes. You have to get through all of those no's to get a yes. And I know that's hard. I know that's frustrating day in and day out until you get that yes. But that yes, that one person, that if you hit SC2, be proud fuck at that SC2, because that is one person's family. If you are helping a mama, you're helping her husband. You're helping their babies. You're helping an entire family change. And that's huge. Every single person you help matters. And follow up with people that you've invited. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a message back and they're like, oh, that I've invited, and then I didn't hear anything. And then 3 or 4 days later, I follow up and I'm like, hey, I'm just checking back in with you on this. Something as simple as that. And they're like, oh my God, my 2-year-old opened this. I had no idea you had messaged me. Thank you for reaching back out. Yeah, send me some info. Or, I'm so sorry, my 2-year-old opened this. I had no idea you messaged me, but I'm not interested, but I appreciate it. But that's still, you're not ghosted or left hanging, because you followed up. You've shown them that you're serious. This is a real life business thing for you, and you don't take it lightly. So show up for your people, and they'll show up back for you. I think that's it for you.
Damn. One thing to also touch on with when you said talk to people, hear the no's, hear this and hear that. I remember when I first started and I was like, oh, I'll just post and I'll post invites all day. And because I made a deal with myself, because this was when algorithms on Instagram where you post 3 times a day minimum. And I did that for an entire year. I posted 3 times a day for a full year. I did not miss one day in a year, because I made that promise to myself and I was going to do it. And that's what kicked off my business, because I was consistent. And when I did that and I was showing up, I was like, if I'm posting, people are they're going to just come to me, right? They're going to come right to me. And that's the thing, is if I wasn't showing up on social media as often as I was, then people wouldn't remember me when, let's say, January comes around, or let's say they have a hard time when they go on vacation, they don't like the way they look. When they come back, I want to be that first person that they think about when they want to get healthy. I want people to know me. When they have a mindset change, they're going to know who I am. It might not be now, it might not be in a year, but there are people that are with me now, 3.5 years later, that didn't start with me 3.5 years ago, but they're with me because they've seen me do this for 3.5 years. Because I've been consistent and I want to help people. So when they were ready to get help, they remembered me, because I'm in their face and I'm here to help them and they want me to help them. So the no's, were no's for a very long time, but those no's turn into yeses. And the more no's that we get in the beginning, especially, we get better at conversations. We get better at how to communicate, right? Like what's the first time, like when we have, you know, a new significant other, you know, like the communication's just weird in the very beginning, right? It takes a while to like warm up and understand each other. It's the same thing in this business. It takes a while for us to understand how to communicate it, but that doesn't mean we give up, or maybe this isn't for us, or maybe there's like a loophole around like hitting Success Club 6. Like there's not a loophole. The hole is the tracker. And it's so simple. Everything is literally laid out for us. So after the following up with people you've invited, with what Mallory was saying, there's a lot of people in our challenge group. So we're going to move on to number 3 on the tracker, which is get people results. Contribute to your challenge group, the Fit Life Tribe, Beatnik, and other Facebook favorites like Team Beachbody 411, where the National Wake Up Call is every Monday. And following up with people help, especially after we start sharing our own results. So from doing number 2 and we're sharing our results, and if we've invited people and those people are watching us share our stories on all of these results that we're sharing, it's so easy to send a message like, hey boo, I see you watching my stories. When are you going to get off the bench and join me? Like, stop being a creeper. Like, and come join me. It's so, but if we're not sharing those results, if we're not getting into the team, if us ourselves aren't getting results or even going through a maintenance phase, it's going to be hard for our team to even shout each other out, right? So it's not just showing up for ourselves and doing our own social media and doing this. Sure, we want to do this business because it's great for our health and we want to be sexy for our significant other and we want to feel good. That's awesome. But at the end of the day too, it's a team effort, and we got to get a part of the team. We got to get into the challenge groups. We got to connect. We got to show up. We got to share each other's results. We got to show up in the Fit Life Tribe. I can't tell you how many times I have people, new coaches, message me and they're like, where's this new call at? And I'm like, girlfriend, it's the announcement in our team page. Like, it is not, it's right there at the very top, right? So getting into the tribe, treating the tribe like you created it. Because this was not a tribe for myself and nor just Mallory or both of us combined. It is for everybody. So we want everyone to treat this like they are creating their own tribe wherever you are at. So when you're talking with people, it's so easy for you to be like, join my tribe. Like, you need to own this. Like, this is your tribe, right? We're all sharing results together. We're all doing this together. We're all doing MM100 together. Like, this is your freaking tribe. And we want people who are willing to work and put in effort and support each other and be badass with us to join us. But we got to get out there and show the world what we have. But we can't do that with just one person. But if every single one of us did that, that's how we influence and help more people. And this is a Beachbody thing where we want to help people lead healthy and fulfilling lives, but this is also a tribe thing. This is a huge thing. There's not another tribe like us. So when we get into the Fit Life Tribe, when we get into Beatnik, and I always make it a point to get into Beatnik to say hi, welcome, because you know it feels so good when you're a new coach and everyone's like, welcome, hey girl, what's up? You're like, what? Who are all these people, right? It's like, but it's so fun to be welcome. So I make sure that I get into all of those, welcome people and say hi, recognize achievement in the FB groups and on stories. So getting results or shouting out someone who made an amazing post. Lindsay Scott just made an amazing post the other day. Her photos have been fire. She's been filtering. She's been doing number 2 flawlessly recently. And I've shouted her out because I see her. Girl's working. You know, she's getting results too. So, and then the other thing too is where it says respond to questions from customers and coaches. So what I like to really make sure to do is my morning routine is I make sure that I get all of my stuff done first, what I need to do for my business to move my business forward. And then that way I have the rest of the day to do maintenance and to answer questions and respond. Because I know that I've already moved my business forward in the morning. I've done my workout. I've drank my shake. I've posted, I've started posting on my stories, even though the story thing is throughout the day. I've done all of that. But I've invited and I've followed up. Once I get that done, I can now live in maintenance mode for the rest of the day, right? And so it's easy to respond for the rest of the day, knowing that my mind has checked out of, I've done the things I need to do for my business. Now I can just respond all day. I think that goes to 4, personal development now.
Sorry, couldn't find my unmute. So 4, personal development is probably the most overlooked yet most important piece of coaching. Of your coaching business aside, your personal health journey. It's the most important piece, because you can show up for your workout every day. You can follow the nutrition guide. But if you're not working on your mind, sooner or later, you're going to fall on your face and you're not going to be able to get back up. All the accountability in the world isn't going to bring you back up if you're not working on your mind, because this shit gets hard. Life is hard. We have hard days where our kids are crazy, or work is crazy, or our significant other is being an ass, and we don't want to show up and do this. But when we work on our mind, nothing can stop us. Nothing. So if you're sitting there saying, I don't like to read, okay, listen to a podcast. If you're saying, I don't like podcasts, okay, get on YouTube, Google or YouTube motivational videos, and listen to that rap music and that, like, what's that guy's voice that like makes you want to just take over the world? I freaking love those videos.
A line in the background of
yeah, like, and those crazy motivational, like, super fit people, like, montage, while this voiceover is just telling you that you can do anything. Listen to that. I don't care what it is. Do something for your mind every single day. And if you think a book or a podcast isn't your thing, it's just because you haven't found the right one yet. When I first started coaching, a friend of mine that was in this that isn't anymore, she gave me You Are a Badass. I hate that book. I hate it. It speaks nothing to me. I was like, this is personal development. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So guess what? I didn't do PD for like the first year and a half. And my business was terrible. Shocker. Okay? So you have to find something that connects with you. Get a book. If you don't want to spend a bunch of money on books, go to the freaking library and rent a book and read a couple chapters. If it speaks to you, finish it. If it doesn't, take it back and get a new one. Just because you've opened it, and it's not speaking to you, you're wasting your time with it. Go put it back and find one that's going to speak to you. My personal favorite, we all know we love Rachel Hollis and Girl Wash Your Face, Change the Game. But this one right here is my personal favorite, called Own Your Everyday by Jordan Lee Dooley. It is so good. I absolutely love it. It's a little bit Rachel-y, but I don't know, more like, I don't know, more small town girl, more homey. I don't know, whatever. It's really good. But make sure you're doing some sort of personal development every day. Find what's going to work for you. And if at the end of the day you've done nothing on this but drink your Shaco, done your workout, and read PD, you won the day. You won the day. Because when you show up for yourself, everything else falls into place. So do those 3 things for you. If your whole day was crap, like the worst day ever, and you did nothing on that tracker but those 3 things, do not beat yourself up. You won. Your day was huge. Okay? And with that, I'm done.
Well, and then to add on top of that, Leslie is a great example of that. She posted today. She's had the shittiest of days the last 6 days. I don't know if any of you have been following her journey, but she got shit done still for her business. And that's the biggest thing. And again, with personal and professional development now, I was the same way. My first book was shit. And so what I did was I leaned into all of the YouTube videos from the top 10 coaches. And that's when I started diving into, what are these top 10 coaches doing? What is their mindset? How are they acting? How are they responding? What are they saying? And one thing that Jamie Glassman said yesterday, and I remember she and I talked specifically about this at New Leader Conference, was how we practiced she said that she hosted team calls before she even had a team. She set a time, hosted the team call, and showed up. And she goes, because for 2 months I didn't have a team, but for 2 months I practiced for my team. And I was like, that's my girl. Like I thought she was gonna give me a shout out, because I was like, we talked about this. Like, we took shots over this, you know? And it is huge, because I was like, how do I talk about Shaco? I believe in it so much. I took it to my doctors enough to believe in it, to see if I could believe in it. And, but I still didn't feel comfortable talking about it. So what did I do? I practiced in the shower. I practiced in the mirror. I listened to the coach YouTube videos until I started figuring out what PD books that I enjoy to help me move my business forward. And once I realized, like, I'm here to make money, and I'm here to help people change their freaking lives, and for them to make money, and for them to help more people, and so on and so forth. So for me to not do any of that, I'm still sitting here practicing in the shower. It's time to get to work and start doing number 2, and start connecting, and start talking with people, start being proof that the products work. When I really started doing that, that's when everything fell into place. Like what Mallory was saying, when we are truly taking photos and measurements, day 0, day 10, day 20, day 30, and we are showing it and showing up in the group, and showing the team that we deserve. Like Courtney, she came in, I think in January, didn't know anything about this girl, and all of a sudden, like, she's leading MM100 with us, because homegirl was like, no, I'm here, bitches. Like, I'm a part of this tribe, and I'm gonna be a leader. Homegirl's a leader. She just was like, because I just want to be, like, because my feet are in this door. I'm taking measurements. I'm doing 1-arm burpees. I'm doing, you know, like, she's choosing to own this team. So with that, it leads us to, because Mallory and I talked a little bit, because we were like, what we feel like there's a 5th vital behavior, and that's being a part of the team, and that's showing up to Summit, that's getting our asses to Diamond to get on Diamond retreats, that is getting to Success Club retreats, that's getting a new leader conference, that's getting to the leadership. Because I'll tell you what, when every single individual rises individually in here, and we go on trips together because we've all taken ourselves to that next level, our team volume and our team income of people expands monumentally. When we choose to make ourselves get a part of the team and get to these places, which starts off tiny every single day in the Fit Life Tribe and in Beatnik, getting our asses to these trips, rising up so we can go and hang out together. That is the beauty of this business. That's the greatest part. So getting a part of the team, when we start sharing what the team is doing, like Mallory getting results, Heather getting results, Shannon getting results, Nikki getting results, right? Like that, us rising up individually, getting into the team and getting a part of it and sharing what we are doing. We want to celebrate you. I want to show you guys what I'm doing, because I know it's going to help your business, you know, and vice versa. I want to see what you guys are doing, because it's going to help my business. It's a beautiful camaraderie of health and wellness. And if we all lean in together and share and do the teamwork and rise up to get to these team things, you'll see such a beautiful just increase in life, friendships, income, health. It is a circle, and I can't wait for you all to feel that one day. It is so cool. It's a beautiful just circle of life when we decide to just take it to that next level and tell ourselves that we are worthy of Diamond, even though that's really the first step in this business. That's the first step of 70, right? Like Diamond is the first step. So to choose to get there, you're making a statement.
Yes. And with that, guys, I just want to really drive home this teamwork thing means so much, because I bleed Beachbody Blue, like 1,000%. I think these are the best products, the best programs, the best damn stuff out there for people to be healthy and to get results and to live long, awesome lives. But people can get fit at a gym. Okay? They can. But they can't have this community at the gym. They can't have our tribe, our family at the gym. And when you show up for your team and you share us and you show people what the Fit Life Tribe is about, you show them what the Beachbody family is, people want to be part of that community. The programs and the products are bonus. They want friendships. People are lonely. People want a family. This is the game changer. To show up for your team and show people what we're about and what we can do for them so they can feel how blessed you feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it just goes back to what you said, Mel. Win day, work out, drink your Shaco, do personal development, share it, social media and in the team. And that's it. It's at the end of the day, it's fitness, right? This is health and fitness. And we got everything that anyone could ever need, ever want. And if, like, you goes back to how Mallory started, if we're not sharing that, shame on us, right? Because if there's a day where I haven't, like, well, I haven't missed a day. Not to toot my own horn, but like, I know if I miss a day, I'm like, what am I doing? Why? That's, you know, that's literally me saying, like, I'm not good enough for this business if I don't show up for myself and doing this tracker. This tracker takes an hour and a half every day, and it can be done in increments throughout the day.
Yep.
Not even that. It really can get done sooner, more quickly.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any questions at all? Or did we touch on anything? Or did anything like...
Can I just say one thing about, Lenny, you had mentioned when you were first starting off, you YouTubed everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just want to say one thing in reference to that. When you are watching these YouTube channels and you're like Mallory, you follow the coaches that inspire you, just remember not to get caught up in what they're doing. Because I know when I first started coaching, I would go on to all these top coaches and I'll be like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then I'd get in my head about it and I'd be like, I'd kind of start comparing myself, and that's when I would lose who I was. So I just wanted to like throw that in there for like, when you are researching these people and you are watching these videos, remember that it took them, most of them, years to get to where they are. Some of them you'll see on the calls and they'll be like, oh, I got to diamond in 6 weeks. Is it possible? Yes, absolutely. But it's not going to be that way for everybody. So just know that when you are watching these videos and you are looking at these people's Instagram feeds, like, remember that they're in a different place than you are.
1,000%.
Throw that in there, because I know I did that when I like first started, and I would like compare myself, and then I lost who I was. I lost what I was doing in this business and why I was doing this business, because I just got so caught up in what everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
No,
and
that's great. That's a great thing to mention. It's like, if you do start recognizing that comparison is becoming a thing, unfollow and stop right there, and then go do something out of your comfort zone right away. Take action in the opposite direction of where you were at. Get out of that anxiety hole and go post something. Do a live video. Go on a walk. Go listen to PD on a walk. Get out of that like comparison brain zone and get back to who you are.
And there's this too. I heard this on a call a couple weeks ago. Actually, I was listening to a YouTube in the shower. So I like to read my PD in the morning, and then I like to listen to coaches' YouTubes and teachings when I'm in the shower. And I was listening to another team call, and she was like, absolutely, get inspo and learn the business from coaches who have had success. But if you know what that coach had for breakfast because you watched their story that religiously, that's not moving your business forward. No. What she's eating for breakfast isn't serving you. That has nothing to do with you. So get inspiration, get knowledge, learn what works in the business, but don't know if they haven't pooped in 3 days. Like, don't follow them that closely, okay? Like, that's a problem.
I think one of the 5 times that I ever went and watched Amy Silverman's stories, max, maybe 3 that I can remember. The one time that I caught her on her stories was she was literally sitting in front of her computer. Her arms were out like this, unenthusiastic, looked like she was reading a script, off of her computer and just saying, like, you should join my challenge. We're starting on Wednesday, X, Y, and Z. And just being, like, so blunt and blatant. I could tell homie was tired. This was 3 years ago, and I was like, shoot, if she's showing up like this, it really doesn't matter how you show up. It just matters if you show up, because I'm telling you, she looked busted when I caught that. And I am so happy the one time that I caught it was just meant to be. And I was like, I gotta go. Like, I can do better than what she's doing right now, for fucking sure. I don't care if she's a top coach. I can do better than this top coach right now. I need to go get after it, because what she's bringing to the table is nothing compared to what I can bring right now. And that was like, I just got to show up, and I'm going to show up better. It's a matter of getting it.
Yep.
It's a hard thing to get your mindset like that every single day, but hour and a half every day, you can do it. I promise. You want it that badly. And last thing, I feel like, Heather, you have something else to say. You always have like some insight, but the other thing that actually Jamie Glassman and I talked about was wanting it, like actually wanting it. When I started this journey, I needed this. I was in a spot in my life where I didn't want to go back to the corporate world. I was in a terrible spot, and I refused to go in a direction that could lead me in a spiral down hole again. And I was like, this needs to work in my life. So I treated it like this was my job. I treated this like a job, and I got results. I hit when Nikki told me what I needed to do to get to Diamond, I got there in less than 6 months. When I finally after waiting 9 months, I got to Diamond, because then I figured it out, but I treated it like a job. And that's why I'm blessed and lucky enough to be here today, being able to help pay our mortgage, working from home. If I'm ever so blessed to have kids, I'm going to be able to work from home with kiddos. So.
Anybody have any questions before we hop off? Everybody want to smile real pretty for a team photo for your story to check off one of those boxes?
I'm gonna curse, because that's what we do. Way to go, bitches!
Way to go, bitches! Good to see your faces.
All right, hold up. Oh, this damn light.
Heather, get it.
I can't see everybody.
Yay!
Yay, Jamie's face!
Perfect. Jamie was here.
Yes.
Yes.
Way to go.
Oh, shit. Jamie, you look a little creepy in the lighting. I feel like you're telling a scary story at the campfire.
Campfire.
I am a scary story, so you can just go with that.
No. Tell that nonsense.
Beauty.
Leslie, good to see your face, Boo.
Thanks, you guys too.
Sending love. You look great.
Thanks. I'm feeling much better today.
You look fabulous. So, love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Team.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.